All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your Sunday Fun Day horoscope for June 28th, 2020. We've got the moon in the cardinal sign of Libra. It's all about balance, right? It's all about the other person. Emotionally, we are seeking out how somebody else is feeling, okay? We're creating a trine early in the morning to Venus and a square to the sun down in cardinal sign of Cancer. All right, so this easy flow of energy between Venus and Gemini and the moon in Libra, it's saying there's two sides to every coin. We have to look at another perspective. We have to look at why someone would want to do something their way, and hopefully they would want to do the same and want to look at it our way. Going back to that kind of eclipse energy of, like, you know, the Einstein particle wave theory, it's like, are you willing to look at this from this perspective? And hopefully the answer is yes. And if the answer is yes, if we're willing to look at it from that perspective, or if we have the courage to communicate that in general, would you be willing to look at it from my perspective? You know, that in and of itself is important. So there's this easy flow of that kind of energy early in the morning. Now, this is also a square, a T-square, if you will, opposing Chiron. All right, moon opposed Chiron. This is saying, in order for us to heal ourselves, we really have to take in the other person's perspective. We have to take in the other person's emotions. It's not just about how we felt, not just about our perspective and our emotions, right? To open up our hearts to love, we have to take in their perspective and heal. Okay, then as the day moves on, it's now going to start to square. Well, now there's the exact opposition to Chiron, right? We really need to pay attention to the others for our healing. All right, as well as pay attention to others for our breakthrough. Okay, for our eureka moment. And right around 11 a.m. now, we're going to start to create that square to Mercury. So now it's Mercury, Sun, you know, square moon, opposed Chiron. All right, so this is about communication. And at the same time that's happening, what's going on here? We've got the moon septile, again, so it's fate. So this is about tension. This square is about tension and balance in our lives. It is about me and my personal journey. This is about my emotions. This is also about you. This is also about your emotions and how you feel, you know? And together, how are we in this together? Or what are we, what is the end goal here, or whatever it may be that we're dealing with in our lives, right? So with Mercury, you know, moon square Mercury, again, this is balance, saying we need to have that communication. It is important that we do have the communication and the understanding, putting ourselves in the other shoes, okay? And now there's a more powerful, you know, kind of trine that's going on here, or connection, not a trine, septile, you know, between Pluto, the North Node, Pluto about transformation and discipline, and Capricorn and government, how we govern ourselves, okay? And the North Node down here is saying we have to look at it from another point of view, another angle, and again, those both creating this septile here to the moon. So it's like, really, when we put ourselves in that shoe, this is when all the magic happens, when we put ourselves in those shoes, and when we switch our perspective, and when we allow this sense of surrendering, you know, surrendering our personal emotions here. This is where the tension comes in, because it's like we want to hold on to our point of view. We sometimes want to hold on to our narrative. We want to hold on to, you know, it's like sometimes the depressed person wants to be depressed because that's what makes them happy. You know, it's like, well, if we want this great change in our lives, we have to be willing to take on a different perspective for a new outcome, for new opportunities, for new possibilities, right? So that is our beautiful Sunday Fun Day. All right, it's a lot dealing with other people and trying to not be too buried or overwhelmed in our emotions and our feelings, and to try to communicate the best that we can with somebody of what we want, what we need, or just to open up and get the ball rolling, right? So happy Sunday Fun Day, my friends. Always appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow.